Brothers and sisters, Allah says in the book of the Quran that He is master of this day of judgment. So tell me something. Why should there be a judgment? Why? Is there any accessory for it? See, many of you, my dear brothers and sisters, have been before the judges. And my dear brothers, you have been before the judges. But you know that the judges do not judge with justice. And that some of you have been with them long enough that you don't expect to see any justice. Isn't that right? So now we can just take our cases to court. It's natural. It's what us good citizens should do. But the judges in this world are not just judges. And since that there's no real justice in America, this is why God comes to judge this world. And this is why there will be a day of judgment and a limit set on America and this world. So now, how do we define the judgment? Judgment. See, when you get a judgment, what do that mean? See, whenever you get a judgment, that means that a judge has rendered a decision. And that decision is called the judgment. The judgment is the ability to judge or make a decision or form of a discretion. So I said, God's judgment on America. See, brothers and sisters, how can we define freedom? How can we define justice? And how can we define equality? In a country that called America. See, brother, you get enough hate in this world. So how can we define love? I say, where there is hope, there's love. Where there is justice, there you will find love. Where there's liberation in our democracy, there we will have love. Love, my brothers and sisters, is a strong word. And I know we use love a lot when we say we love someone. And sometimes we show our love with words, not in action. See, America show their love when they keep telling you that they'll take care of you, they'll help you. America showed their love to you by expressing themselves of all of these false promises that they give you and they can't keep. America has failed to show their love to American people. We are facing a crisis. Government is ready to shut this down. And we have an infrastructure bill that they know that the global warming climax is changing. See, the 100 years of them in office, if you look at the 100 years, we refer to 1,000 years of this time that we've been living, that you see a change, and you seeing that the God of justice, freedom, and equality is coming to judge America. With one storm after another. And these storms, brothers and sisters, are coming from the Africa coast. From the slave trade. God is angry. And you're seeing these waves is pushing to a fair height. With these tropical storms developing. America, I didn't warn you. Playing with God and his people. There's a divine judgment. And you're not going to escape. So, brothers and sisters, how can America get their act together in a short time? We are faced with this biggest deficit. 40 millions of our people are suffering due to the pandemic. There has to be a right solution. Because our population is coming to an end. Our people are desperate. Our people are confused. But God is taking the confusion off of us. Because we wasn't no evildoers. We don't need to be confused. And even if they trying to gang a population or control a population, we can ill afford to be confused in the time that we are witnessing. These pledge that is coming down on America. We can ill afford to be confused in these times. This is the time that we need to seek refuge in our God. He's a deliverer. He will bring us out from the pit of the oppressor that's trying to do all his ill that he can possibly do to deceive us and take us away from the living God.